Hi, so this is Guillaume from Nintendo World Report, and I've got here Mel Kirk from Zen Studios.
How's it going, everybody? Glad to be here.
And we're going to talk about Marvel Pinball 3DS. So, yeah, I've got some questions. I've played Marvel Pinball on the PlayStation Network, and one of the tables, like the tables here are different. Like Spider-Man, there's 4 tables initially, but Spider-Man is not included. Instead, you've got Captain America. Why is that?
Well, the tables that we chose for 3DS, we did so very specifically. One, you mentioned Spider-Man. Right now, we're in a period where Spider-Man is doing other things, like getting ready for a movie and getting ready for Amazing Spider-Man video game by Activision. So we have certain rules that we have to follow when working with companies like this, and so the timing just didn't line up correctly for Spider-Man to be a part of this release. But I can tell you, via DLC, Spider-Man will see the light of day on eShop once we are outside of this period.
Awesome. I checked out a little bit the menus. I didn't see any like obvious menu to choose DLC. I assume that you're going to do perhaps the same thing that WayForward did with Mighty Switch Force. Like they make you re-download a new version of the game with extra levels.
That's certainly an option for us, and we're still figuring out exactly what our DLC strategy will be on the 3DS. I can tell you that we just received capabilities to actually implement DLC on 3DS, which we're very happy we received, and we'll go to work on figuring out whether it's an update for the added content or whether the DLC will just be added into the game, in which case the menu would change and you'd see spots for more tables.
Cool. Like how easy has it been so far to deal with Marvel Studios? Like, are they? Well, yeah. Tell us more about your relationship with them.
Working with Marvel has been totally awesome. We have a great relationship. We trade information back and forth really well. We bounce ideas off each other, and they've really helped us come to create the highest quality product possible. These tables are built from the ground up. Everyone wrapped around each character's personality, and they really help us Marvelize the game a little more, if you will. Like we might say things a little differently, like, well, hey, if you guys had voiceover that was more like this, it'd be more like the character and more authentic. And they hold us to a very high standard, all the way down to Wolverine's belt color. We had that wrong one time, and hey, we fixed it, and hey, Wolverine's done right. So, but it's great. We have a lot of fun together, and it's just been really cool working with them.
Like the game has already come out on other platforms. Compared to your previous games on PSN and XBLA, like how much did the Marvel license allow you to expand the audience?
It's really knocked the doors down for us. It's helped us grow the audience quite a bit because people who might not have been into pinball necessarily, but they were into Spider-Man or these characters in the universe, especially the Avengers, which is coming out soon for us as a table, just gives a whole nother level of visibility. A whole new type of player is just attracted to it because of that. So it's definitely been a very good thing for us, and we're very grateful for the opportunity that Marvel saw the potential in the game and wanted to do it with us.
Well, as Nintendo fans, we really like our Nintendo franchises. Can I say that like pretty much every Nintendo fan would probably enjoy playing a Zelda or a Mario table?
I'm right alongside you. I would love to do that. Nothing is impossible. I think we are becoming more of a partner with Nintendo. They were very happy with how we worked with them for Zen Pinball 3D. They're supporting us very nicely with Marvel Pinball 3D. And who knows? I mean, we'd love to explore ideas with them. We'd love to see if something was possible. And heck, you never know.
Like how did I've noticed that the camera angles on Zen Pinball 3DS and Marvel Pinball are different from the other versions of the game. Like what process did you go through to decide what to do with the fact that the screen on the 3DS is really, really large and not very high, and it's not really convenient for a pinball game?
Well, we definitely had to customize the game and essentially re-engineer it for the device. We had some limitations with power generation, so there's a lower polygon count, and of course we had to completely figure out the 3D aspect. But we experimented with quite a few designs. We tried having the game implemented on both screens, and it just didn't work. We tried other things, and like the camera angles are definitely fitted for the size of the screen, and those are different camera angles than you'd find on the console side. So While the tables are the same, largely the game design is much different, and to take advantage of the different screens. Of course, the dot matrix displays on the bottom, which I know can be a challenge to kind of figure out. But I mean, we played around with it so much, and we feel like this was the best implementation.
Cool. You've announced like way far back when the Wii U was first unveiled that you were planning on releasing Marvel Pinball for it. Have you received dev kits yet, and like, is it underway?
I can't tell you. Well, that's a good question. I can tell you that Zen Studios will have a game on Wii U, you know, right around the time when Wii U launches on Nintendo digital platforms.
Cool, cool.
Hopefully that's okay, Nintendo.
I'm blanking out here. What would be a good question?
So, how's your first interview going?
It's going pretty well. Damn it. So, like, you've got other projects planned for Nintendo platforms. Can you tell us about them?
We do. You know, outside of pinball, we have other small kind of indie-style teams, 5 to 7 man teams that are working on new game concepts. Few we've announced here at the show and in a few weeks leading up to the show. Kickbeat, which is a rhythm combat game. And right now, well, depending on how it does on other platforms, you know, we'll definitely look at that. Castle Storm will definitely come to other Nintendo platforms. I'm having a hard time knowing exactly what I can say because I do a lot of, we're a small company, and so I know the secrets of the first parties, and I don't know what they've allowed us to talk to, and I'm also the guy who talks to people like you, so I don't want to get myself in trouble. But I'll just say our games are coming to Nintendo.
Nice. Yeah, I'm inexperienced with this. Going back to pinball, I do enjoy the pinball games in general, but one thing that's a little bit difficult is that the better you do, the longer you have to play. And I think that like games like Pac-Man Championship Edition came up with a good solution for that, like having instead like score attacks that you have only like 5 minutes to play through. Would that be like perhaps like an idea for a new mode that you could add to future pinball games?
Definitely. We're constantly evolving our pinball platform. I mean, we look at the game in two different lights. You've got the platform, which is, you know, your physics and your textures, your social fabric, the feature set, and then you've got the table. And so we want to always be updating our feature set and evolving the platform, while at the same time we're bringing in new content and new tables. So the game is always going to be getting better. What you just suggested is an awesome mode. You know, heck, why not? Your pinball games usually have a bit of a video game fantasy element to it. They're not often actual tables that you could play in real life. How do you decide like just how far you want to go with that? Well, you know, kind of like how tables were in the back in the 70s and 80s and into the 90s, they were constantly evolving. The fact that we're a video game, we feel like we can take those same liberties. With our new tables that are coming out, I mean, we are embracing the fact that we're a video game, probably the most we've ever done. We have tables flipping upside down. We have the ball being interfered with. We're actually messing with the property of the ball, physics, you know. So we're really embracing that. If it fits within the story and the theme, we're going to do it. And at the same time, you're never going to lose that, you know, the flippers and the ball. But it's a lot of fun to create new experience like that.
Awesome. Is there a question that you'd like to be asked on this interview?
Oh man, it's like the end of E3. It's like you're just dazed. 3 days just went by. I have no idea what I would ask myself right now.
All right, I don't know how to go on with this, so I'll thank you, Mel, for answering our questions.
Absolutely.
And so the game Marvel Pinball is coming very soon.
Yeah, it's. I think it'll be like the first or second week of July.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you.